Hello YouTube viewers, action figure fans, Pokemon fans, and everyone in general. Today is a wet summer's day, 5th of August, and in front of me I have the Nendoroid Red number 425 from the Goodsmile Company. It is a reissue. The other one came out about a year, maybe a bit more ago. This one came out quite recently, which I received a couple of weeks ago, and today I'm going to do an unboxing and see what it's all about. I can't compare it to the original because I don't have the original, so if you see anything, leave a comment below or anything. So here is the box, the back of the box. As it is, it's probably the same as the first one, but just to quickly go into it, the side of the box, the front of the box with the window display of Red himself and Charmander, Squirtle and Bulbasaur, and then the Pokeball and a few accessories which you can see inside, and then optional face parts. The other side, back again, the top and the bottom. Should have showed you the other way, but no big deal. So let's crack this thing open and see what the figure is all about, if it's good or not. Probably is, so let's move on. And here we have it, everyone's favorite trainer, Red, out in the open. I'm just going to run through everything that he comes with first and get the mundane stuff out of the way before I go into the figurine itself. So have some patience whilst I plop him to the side and run through what he comes with. So, like I said, the mundane stuff. So first up is an extra face, which we'll compare with the default one shortly. So a smiling face, boom. And then the shock and awe face, I don't know, maybe when he's caught something or facing off with, I don't know, a legendary Pokemon or something like that. And then we have an additional, I guess, ball joint neck piece, for whatever reason. I'm not sure if that's a standard thing, adding an extra one, but hey ho. And then we get an additional leg, just one additional leg, which is slightly curved and is probably used for, well, slightly off balanced poses or when he's catching something, or just trying to look cool. We get a what's this, the right hand holding the Pokédex. Sorry, is this the right hand? No, the left hand. Sorry. Nope, this is the right hand. Whichever hand it is, holding the Pokédex. It's the right hand. Holding the Pokédex. And then another right hand, which looks weird, actually. And it looks even more questionable in the little pamphlet. But this is hand in the pocket. And then we get another right hand. And this right hand is, you can plug the Pokeballs or the Master Ball into. And this is more for, I guess, when he's catching something or just showing off. So I might as well show you that now alongside the two Pokeballs. So here's the first Pokeball, the regular vanilla one. And then the hole is in the bottom and the back as well. So it's for two different versions because of the other hand. And similarly for the Master Ball, which is like so. And it does actually, if you can see on the camera, have a little extra groove. So it's molded to have those extra bumps, just like the Master Ball should have. And then again, similarly with the protrusion of the little button, as you can see. And then yeah, the two holes, so it can plug into the hands. So like I was going to show you, I'll just show you with the regular Pokeball. You just plug it in, like so. Well, easier said than done. Anyway, yep, like so. And then he's holding the Pokeball. And you can do the same thing with the Master Ball, but I shan't show you here because it would waste time. And then an extra hand, another right hand. This is the pointing attack now type of thing. Very rude if you ask me, not really. And then the last one is a left hand. And this is simply to hold one of the, either the Pokeball or the Master Ball as he shows off. And then I'll use the Master Ball in this case. So let's just put that in. Again, like so, it was just, you just put it into the hole in the bottom this time. It's slightly finicky because of how tiny these pieces are. It's a Nendoroid after all, so there you go. Holding the Master Ball like a boss without the body. And then the cool ones are the 3 starter Pokemon. So first you get Bulbasaur. The paint job overall is pretty clean. It's a well sculpted figurine overall. There's no movement on these guys. Showing you the butt, the 4 feet, and of course closer look at the face. So it's Bulbasaur as you know and love him, or hate him if you're a grass type hater. Then we have Charmander, who again looks just as you would expect. Clean paint job, clean lines. The details are good. Couldn't really ask for more. The flame effect on his tail is good as well. And then underneath, on his feet, no bleeding on the feet claw as well. Really minor there, but you're not really going to notice it in general play or display. And then finally, he comes with Squirtle as well. So remember, this is a reissue of the Red that came out about 1 or 2 years ago, which came with the first form of the starters rather than the third evolution, which was a 20th anniversary version, reissue even, or just a reversioning of it. And that included obviously Venusaur, Charizard and Blastoise. But I don't have that one, not yet. Anyway, so this is Squirtle. And again, just as you would expect him. So that's what comes in the box with Red. And then let's bring out the guy himself again. So here he is, included on this, attached to the included stand that's in the box. I think most Nendoroids will come with a stand of some kind. I don't know if it's a generic stand anymore. This one looks pretty generic. But this is what it is. I've already attached the backpack to him, which is an additional accessory that's not already attached to him, but I've done it just because it looked cool. And then the stand part as well. Just like every other Nendoroid and Figma, the stand comes off. And yes, let's just take him off. Move the stand out of the way. And here he is. So let's take a closer look at the guy. So his face is pretty good. His default face is the marked serious face, which is pretty cool. And the cap as well. The detail is quite nice. You might see some fingerprints on the head. I've already kind of taken his face off a little bit, so that's hence the gap. But generally speaking, the gap is not that pronounced. Just looks like stitching on a normal hat. The hair is sculpted really nicely. The face profile looks pretty good as well. The nose is quite nice as well. It's a cute look overall. And then bringing down to his body. And cool collar flaps are raised. And then his legs, arms, and then the reverse side. This is with his backpack on, so the peg goes into the backpack itself as well. You can take the backpack off. Like I said, it does come off. It's not already attached to it. There is a peg on the backpack that goes into the back of his back. And again, there is the straps, which come attached anyway to the bag, like so. So yeah, you can put him on just like that, or you can take off his head and then it makes it easier to put the backpack on. So this is him in all his glory. There's not much movement to Nendoroids in general. They have very limited range. They're more just cutesy, kawaii looking toys in their chibi form. And of course he can move his arm up and down. And then his legs do move, not that much, but they're cute. They're just adorable little things. Much better than pop vinyls in my humble opinion. I just find these guys superior. They are markedly more expensive, of course, but they are just much, much better and much more appealing looking figurines. So this is Red. And then in order to switch his faces, just like any other Nendoroid, you usually just pull off the front piece, in this case the cap and bits of his hair. His face becomes, visible. Then you can peel that off and then swap it with any one of his other faces. So I'm going to go with his happy face, because he was quite serious before. And then yeah, you just plug it back in, like so. And then just put the front of the face back on again. And there you go. Happy Red. And then moving the faces out of the way quickly. You can do the same thing with his arms. They come off. I don't really know why the sleeves have a blue peg, but it's nothing to complain about. That does actually distinguish between whether you have an authentic Nendoroid Red or a bootleg one, because the bootleg ones do not have a blue pegs. They have a different color. I think it's either still black or they have flesh tone color. So beware, if you have a bootleg, check for these. That's the one sign to tell if you have an authentic red or not. So here, with his arm taken off, you can swap it for any number of his other arms. He did have a left hand here somewhere, which I cannot remember which one it was. Ah, there we go. So he's the one who is holding the Master Ball. And there we go. There he is holding his Master Ball, looking very cheerful. I wonder what he's caught in there. Or maybe it's just a Master Ball. Who knows? And then similarly, you can do the same thing with the right hand and then with the leg as well. On the box, it's the left leg that they've changed, but I'm sure you could probably try and change it for the right leg. Maybe not, actually, looking at the detail even closer. So yeah, this is an additional left leg. So it's very, very minor. Hope you can see it. But that's the difference. It's just a slightly bended knee. Not too much, because it's an Nendoroid, again, as always. And then, yeah, as I mentioned, you can swap his arms with the numerous other pieces that he comes with, and the faces, and put him onto the stand. He does stand quite well with the actual stand. Obviously, he's not going to stand, if you know Nendoroids anyway, he doesn't stand very well without the stand. He needs the stand because his big head is simply too heavy. Which, well, you either blue tack them to your display or use the included stand. So yeah, he's pretty good. I don't have many other Nendoroids, but the only one I have with me out now is the Sengoku Basara Masamune Date. So he's without his stand, so he's not going to stand up on his own. So in terms of height and everything, let's just get them on even ground again. So in terms of height, they're about the same. I think most Nendoroids don't distinguish between height too much. It's all about the chibi kawaii factor. And in both cases, they nail it quite well. So that brings me to the end, pretty much, of Nendoroid Red. It's a cute little figurine. I've been wanting it since the original release, which now goes for quite a lot of money. So, well, hopefully the reissue should be a lot easier to get and might even kill the value of the original one somewhat from scalpers, perhaps, if you're a collector. Sorry, guys. But, yeah, so if you need to get one, get on the reissue quick fast, because I'm sure it's a popular one. And if you can't get a reissue, try on the PokemonCenter.com for the US, and it came out in Japan, version, which includes the 3 evolved starters. So that was a 20th anniversary exclusive. I believe they restocked it on PokemonCenter.com not that long ago. So if you need those, go get it, or go find a reissue from your good Japanese importer. And that concludes the look of Nendoroid number 425 Red. Peace out.